Maple Brewski back here in a different setting indeed. I'm at work. I'm at work shooting video because why not? I'm all alone today. I have some cleaning to do. Very glamorous things about working here. And where is here? Didn't even mention. Probably saw it from the big logo in the front. Kensington Brewing Co. Today's a Friday. It's a Friday where I'm alone, as far as I know. Doing some cleaning, a brew house, and a bright tank. I thought I'd take you along with me because why not? It's not too busy of a day. I can actually shoot some stuff without being on super time constraints and looking like a weirdo in front of coworkers. Let's start the day, shall we? So the first thing gotta do today, I know it's hot in here, but we're in the fridge and it's a fun time. Gotta make up boxes of beer for local deliveries. Thankfully, had most of them done yesterday. I didn't do them, a coworker did them. Thank you so much for that. Saves me a lot of time. But I got one to make up right now, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll get to cleaning and shit. So yeah, gotta get 4 normal beers, 4 sprue stuff, and 8 stout. And this particular box here. Let's go find that. Normal beer, where are you? This is a brew house right here. Mash tun, water tun, kettle. Bunch of stuff back there. This is what I gotta clean today. I gotta clean all this. Fun thing is that we got lights in the mash and in the kettle. The light and the water tun don't work, so we're playing in the dark, which is not ideal, especially if we're mashing out and it's dark outside. It's a little hard to see in that little opening there, so it is what it is. But yeah, let's start getting some water, some chemicals going, and hook this bitch up. Love club time. We need parts. We're all dirty. So right now, filling up the buckets. We got 3 buckets here that I'll show you. We got bucket 1 for the PBW. Bucket 2, which is just our rinse bucket. And bucket 3, which is going to be sanitizer. PBW to clean, hot water to rinse, cold water and sani. See? See? Scrape, wash, rinse, sani, air dry. Do it for food, do it for beer parts. Put this in, throw it in the bucket. Alright, dip. What's dip, please? Easy peasy. Sand. Got it. And then rinse all these parts in the PBW bucket. And throw them into the hot water rinse. We'll give them a quick rinse off first. Throw them in the bucket. Nothing to it, really easy. Makes life move quicker, gives us parts to work with. It's time consuming. On it, got some heat to make out block and bleed. No block bleeding in people. Big old sight glass. You always want to put in the sight glasses last into your bucket full of shit. Because, well, there's glass. You don't want a tri-plant or something heavy like a valve fucking breaking that shit. Here, this big ass doohickey here. Used this for kegging some beer yesterday. People out here worried about a 5G. I'm on 6T. That was a stupid joke. Got a big old gasket for the beer bright tank that we're going to clean later today. Got it soaking in over last night. We never got to it. We didn't have time. That's alright. Sometimes you don't have time to get everything done, but you can get done what you can. Got one. There, forget about it. Beauty. There are two main friends to every brewer. Dry clamps and their best buddy, the gasket. The hoser. You can't connect shit without these things. Put it together, flip it, flip, turn. Oh shit. These are your best friends. Treat them well, they'll treat you well. And we'll break, generally. And yeah, to make the brewery go around. But those 5 cents a basket, you do not have beer. I know that sounds silly, but I'm being fucking honest. So I got the mash tun here set up for a clean, which is awesome. Got the flow meter reset. Got my hoses hooked up. One of the mash out, which is this pipe here, goes all the way over in the mash to the pump in, straight to the pump out, all the way back here to the spray ball of the mash tun. And I'm like, oh sweet. And I'm like, oh sweet, now I can fill it and start running. We'll run smooth, beautiful stuff. No, not yet. You know why? We goofed yesterday. And this big fucking thing here, which is called the HLT, a hot liquor tank, is empty. It's now filling, but we want it like up here, not all the way down here. This is bullshit. So now I gotta wait till it, heats up, well, fills, and then I gotta make sure it heats up. Woo! We got our beer bright tank right here, which is awesome. Rinsed it out yesterday, which is great. Got everything off, sample port, the blocker, and the pipe stone. Out, those are in PBW right now, cleaning stuff and whatnot. We're gonna hook it up, get it ready to burst. We gotta hot burst this thing, bring it up to between 50 and 60 degrees Celsius. Let's go do that. So for those points, there, over there, and there's one on the other side. I need quite more parts. I got a block of tabs here. I got 3 clamps, 3 gaskets. Then I also got 2 elbows. We need airflow when we do a run, when we do it clean. You want airflow so that you're not building pressure inside the vessel. So got these for the 2 front ports, got a block to the side port. And then I can do a door gasket on it as well. We'll do that now. Bada boom, bada bing. Ports are on. Now we got our door gasket. Make sure before you put them on, if you're new in a brewery or whatnot, you've probably been told, but if you don't know, these are important because they hold the seal between the outside world and the beer inside the vessel, no matter a bright thing. So just go through it and make sure there's no nicks, cuts, scrapes, bruises. You don't bruise, broken bones. Just make sure it's all good. You don't want to see any rips, tears, whatever. You don't want leaky beer. You don't want oxygen going into a finished beer. Vessel is sealed. Actually, right now it looks like I can start filling the mash tun with some water. Make sure everything's closed off, not draining, because I want to keep this water, not drain it. See down there, we got both valves closed, closed, and closed. Only ways out of the mash tun at the moment. Also going to close this guy. Just the mash transfer to the water tun over there. And I think we're going to start filling up with water. We want 100 liters. So we're just going to close the hatch. Little now. we're gonna fill it 100 liters. HLT, CLT on, HLT temp good to go. Open that guy. Open this guy. And as we can see, spray ball, or not spray ball, but other things, we're filling the mash tun, and we want 100 liters. So 3 times 10, 30. I'm gonna wait till that gets to 100 and close it off. So this bucket's about half full right now. It looks large because there's shit in it, but each bucket we use 75, 75 milliliters PBW per half bucket. And that's 10 liters to 20 liter bucket. If the mash tun is 100 liters, we need 75 times 10, right? No, we'll just do it 20 times 5. Whole blue bucket like that. BBW is 150 times 5. The mash tun. Quick mass. 5-star PBW here. Let's get some PBW in this bitch. Seal it up. Let's start spinning. So how we spin it is, see this pipe right here? It goes all the way to where that sight glass is. I'm gonna open here, right? Open there. That will travel down through this red hose into the inlet of this pump here. Also, gonna open up the spray ball. And before we open the connection of both, move this out of the way. I'm gonna open up this top port here to burp everything to get the air pockets out. There we go, burped. Open that guy there. Should probably plug this bitch in. .7.1 works for me. Let's turn it on. Let's see what we got. And we are spinning. No leaks. Not that I see yet, which is nice. Everything's sealed. We'll do a 40-minute timer. Sweet. Alrighty, a little bit. Kind of just needed to get this done. So we got the bright tank, right? All ready to go. I just hot bursted it, so now it's sitting an ambient temperature of 63.5, the 20 HLV1. So that's all fine and dandy. There we got it hooked up to our CIP cart. It's supposed to be a CIP, like a caustic and sandy cart, but the sandy side don't work, which is a shame. But we got caustic, about 100 liters in there. We're ready to go. Ooh, fresh stuff. That's in at 64 too, so pretty much the same. As long as caustic's between 50 and 60 or higher degrees, you're rocking and rolling and playing with fire, which is awesome. We've got buckets so that these elbows here can drip out that way the caustic and not onto the floor, making a mess. And yeah, we're gonna transfer in that 100 liters into the bright. So I think everything's hooked up. Close that. Again, we gotta burp it. Don't hear any burping. I think we're good. Ah, I see why. Open this. There we go. All right. Now it's perfect. There we go. Looks like we are good to go. I'm gonna screw that back as much as I can. And sweet. This. We're all good. We're all hooked up. I can close the bottom right because we need this. Perfect. Now, let's flip this on. It's loud as shit and really annoying. But as you can see, we are now filling the bright. We can watch our water level here. See that's dropping. Look in. And there's tucked in the bottom of the hole into the bright. We'll stop it in a second. We'll hear it. Very close. Perfect. Close that. Close that. Everything's closed, and we should have the bucket just about 100 liters. Perfect, on the money in this big ass bright. Now, the best thing about this cart as well is that since it does have an integrated pump and a heating vessel, temp controlled vessel, we can use this exact cart to clean this bright, and then we can reconstitute. We can take back the caustic from this bright, throw it back into the cart, and use it for anything else. Now that's saving water and chemicals and saving a lot of work. Love this thing. Alright, so what we got here, see I hooked up this red hose here to the bottom of the bright tank and then into the inlet of the CIP cart pump. So what we're going to do, very similar to the mash tun over there, I'm going to open up the bottom of the bright tank, here bubbling. Open up the bottom of the pump, or the inlet of the pump, sorry. Come to the back, keep that closed. we'll open the spray ball arm. You can close the sight glass. We don't need that. We'll just bring in air. It needs to be clean. And then we will burp the pump. Perfect. Now we can open this guy up. Everything should be good. We're sitting at a temp of 61.9. Perfectly hot. Also flip the elbows up. They won't spray out, which is nice. We don't need them to spray down. So yeah, we'll do a 40 minute run on this. And we should be good to go. Alright. Alright, we're done that thing for now. We'll just let that run for 40. Gotta come over here because the mash tun has actually done its run. We'll just turn off this pump here. And let's close some shit. We'll close this valve here. We don't need it to spray anymore. And we're gonna close this guy here. And we're gonna close this guy here as well. Nice. Now we're gonna open it up and transfer it over to the water tun. Look at that. Look at that soapy goodness. KBCo, baby. Well, we actually don't even need to open it. We do not even need to open it, which is awesome. What we will do, though, is come down here. We'll come down under here, and you know how we have this pipe here that runs straight from the mash tun. We have this pump in the middle of two other pumps. This is the mash to lauter pump. This arm on the right here goes up and over and pumps into the bottom of the lauter tun here. Usually grains, but in this case we're going to be pumping PBW water. We'll leave that in our way. So we have this, not lever, but you know what I mean. I always forget the name of it. Valve here. We can open it up. And then we can start sending our water into the lauter tun. I just want to make sure everything on the lauter tun side is closed. Do not need the spray ball open at the moment. That's closed. Outlets are closed. Everything's closed. Sparge arm we can close. Close to kettle and whatnot. We're good on this end. Door is secure. We're fucking golden, boys. Alright, now that everything's open, we should be good. Start moving over. So we go here, click on the mash pump. If everything's working, we'll have this moved in here. Awesome. Just gonna come down here, double check and recheck every time that everything is closed. It's okay if we lose some like water and whatnot, we'll just top it up and whatnot. But you know, practice, make sure everything's closed. When you're moving over mash in a brew, well, everything's closed. There we go. All of the PBW is moving over. Filling the mash tun here. Or the lauter tun here, sorry. Yeah. Alrighty, bright's done. Now I'm just gonna re-collect collect all the caustic that's in this vessel, through all the hosing, and then back into the cart, which is nice. So we'll go from out bottom of the bright all the way through this hose, all the way back in to the bottom of the pump, just like a regular cycle, out through the back. Then it's going around and coming back into this pipe here, which will then fill the vessel back up. I'm gonna also reheat it if we need to, because I need to clean. That guy's clean. This guy's clean. This guy. This is the last brink that we need to clean. Yeah, they look like kegs, but they're called brinks because this is where we store our yeast when we crop it. Crop about 42-ish kilograms. And yeah, gotta clean them. All right, water ton, it's done. Moved over all the hosing over to the kettle here. We're running that now. And we are spinning. Nice. I cleaned the rest of the shit. Finished that guy. I finished the rest of the brew house. I kind of just worked and didn't record, but it's all done. Cleaned the floors. Look good. I'm going home and drinking beer. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.